Hi everyone, it's Eero here. In this video we're going to take a look at the training of the biceps, and so we're going to do isolation exercises. We're going to use dumbbells and barbells, but the isolation of the biceps is something that I think it's very overlooked many times. It's thought that it's just for bodybuilders, it's just for the aesthetics, there's nothing functional to be gained from it, and like compound exercises are enough, and so on and so on. But in my experience, the isolation is very different. Like, you have short head of the bicep, long head of the bicep, you have brachialis, brachioradialis. All those muscles, can be strengthened very well by using isolation. And well, first of all, they're just going to keep that bicep more safe. There's less chance of tearing the bicep or tearing the tendons. But at the same time, the elbow joint is going to be safer. It also affects the shoulder stability to some extent. So there are many benefits that you can gain by isolation. So it's practicing the control over the elbow joint. And we're now going to take a look at quite many exercises, some basic features, what are the muscles that are emphasized when you're chasing with these different exercise forms. So let's go. First we have very basic dumbbell bicep curl, so you supinate the forearm, keep the shoulders neutral and have an upright posture. This really hits the bicep quite well. By rotating the forearms then to neutral, you emphasize the brachioradialis and brachialis to some extent, and also the outer head of the bicep. But you can rotate even more the forearms, and I think this really hits better my brachioradialis, which is that upper forearm muscle there. And this one's a drag curl, so it puts a stretch on the bicep, emphasizes the other head a bit. But if I rotate a bit inward, the shoulders hits my inner bicep. And you can also rotate the shoulders very strongly outward, and this way emphasize the brachialis. And also if you rotate again to neutral, the forearm muscle works a bit more here. Next we do the concentration curl, and this kind of allows you to rotate your shoulder very strongly inward, and it kind of helps you to really isolate the bicep. It's also one of the few exercises that helps me to train the short head of the bicep, which is the kind of inner bicep. But once again, you can rotate the shoulder outward, and now you're emphasizing more the brachialis as well. But no matter what the rotation of the shoulder, still hits the biceps very well. And just remember to supinate very strongly with the forearm. So in this one, the bicep is kind of in a very shortened state, and you can build a pretty nice peak with the exercise. Now we do incline curls. So in this one, the bicep is stretched and then contracted. So this kind of emphasizes the outer head of the bicep, but if you rotate the shoulders also more outward in this one, then the brachialis is there as well. But generally it's considered because of that stretch that it kind of builds a nice peak to the arm. And so this is a bit more angle and more stretch for the bicep, and this one's really good if you think about you want to strengthen the bicep and prevent the tearing of it. So this one works very well because the bicep is so much stretched, and it gains strength in the stretched state. And next we are doing the same exercises with the barbell, and the biggest difference is just that it limits a bit like the angle or rotation of the shoulders, and you can't really rotate the forearms, but basically the principles are the same. So kind of keeping rotate the shoulders inward, emphasizes biceps. If you rotate outward, you're once again training that brachialis a bit more. But also I think some people can probably use more weight here using the barbell, so that's maybe one benefit from it. So you can't really keep the forearms neutral with the barbell, but you can pronate them, and this will of course strongly work the forearm, the brachioradialis muscle, and I kind of like the exercise because of that. Just try to in all these exercises really, except the drag curl, try to keep the upper arm sort of immobile or still, so that you really put all the effort on the biceps or brachialis, whatever muscle you're working. And in this one, it's a narrow grip, and it really should work the biceps very strongly. I find this is a bit better when you lean forward more, because now the tension, there's more tension in the like top range of the motion as well. So this one's more bent over, but shoulder width grip, and it's just to work the bicep and the brachialis in a more shortened state once again. And this is the last exercise of the video, and I hope you kind of understood what are some benefits of isolating the biceps, how you can target different areas of them, just generally that you can keep the bicep and the tendons and the elbows more safe. So that's it, and I'll see you soon. Take care.